I'm 68 years old, and for most of my adult life, I thought bigger biceps required heavier weights. I kept pushing harder, kept adding weight, and my elbows paid the price. There were months I couldn't even lift a grocery bag without wincing. I felt like my body was just falling apart, and there was nothing I could do about it. What I finally discovered is that 3 specific exercises rebuilt my arms completely, without ever touching a barbell again. My biceps are stronger now than they were at 55, and my elbows have never felt better. I'm William Harrison. I'm 68 years old, and I want to be honest with you about something most men our age don't talk about. The exercises we grew up doing for biceps, heavy barbell curls, maxing out the weight, grinding through the pain, those exercises were designed for younger bodies with younger joints. When you're in your 20s and 30s, your connective tissue bounces back. When you're in your 60s and 70s, it doesn't. The wear and tear accumulates. The elbow pain that starts as a minor annoyance becomes something you plan your life around. I know because I lived it. And the worst part was feeling like building strength at our age meant accepting that kind of pain as part of the deal. It doesn't. The 3 exercises I'm about to share with you are the ones I wish someone had given me 20 years ago. They build real bicep size and strength. They protect your joints instead of destroying them. And they use a principle that actually works better for older muscles than the heavy lifting ever did. If you've been dealing with elbow pain or shoulder discomfort from your workouts, or if you've been avoiding bicep training altogether because it always seems to leave you sore in the wrong places, tell me in the comments. I read every single one this week. And before we get into the exercises, if this is already making sense to you, please take a second to like this video and subscribe. I put everything I know into these videos for men our age, and I don't want you to miss what's coming. Exercise 1. Close grip dumbbell curl using the try-on method. This is the exercise that changed everything for me, and I want to explain why it works so well before I walk you through the movement. The key principle is something called time under tension. Your muscles don't grow because of the weight on the dumbbell. They grow because of how long they're under tension and how hard they're working during that time. When you do a standard bicep curl with a heavy barbell, most of the tension is fleeting. You power through the movement, and the muscle is only truly loaded for a fraction of each rep. The try-on method changes that completely by adding isometric holds in the middle of the set. 9 total reps. The first 3 are full range of motion. Then you hold at the midpoint, the most demanding position, for 10 seconds while squeezing as hard as you possibly can. Then you complete the final 3 reps in full range of motion. That sustained contraction in the middle is where the real work happens. And because the holds replace the need for heavy weight, your elbows and shoulders stay safe throughout. For the setup, hold the dumbbells as close together as possible. This close grip variation places maximum emphasis on the outer head of the bicep. Shoulders back, chest out, elbows pinned to your sides. That last point is critical. The moment your elbows drift forward or your shoulders come forward to help, you've taken the tension off the bicep and put it somewhere it doesn't belong. Lock everything in before you start and keep it locked through every single rep. 3 full reps to start, all the way up, all the way down, controlling both directions. Then hold at the midpoint and squeeze with everything you have for 10 seconds. Count slowly. Feel the burn build. That burn is exactly what you want. It means the muscle is working at a depth that normal reps simply can't reach. Then 3 final full reps to close the set. When I first did this with 15-pound dumbbells, I was genuinely surprised at how much harder it was than the heavy curls I used to do. And the next morning, my biceps felt it in a way they hadn't in years, without a single twinge in my elbows. Exercise 2. Wide grip 21s. If the close grip curl emphasizes the outer bicep, the wide grip 21s balance the work and hit the inner portion of the muscle, while also flooding the entire arm with blood and lactic acid in a way that produces an incredible pump and a powerful growth signal. 21 total reps, 3 different movements, no rest between them. The first 7 reps go from the top position only halfway down. The next 7 go from the bottom all the way up to the halfway point. The final 7 are full range of motion from bottom to top. The reason this works so well for men our age is the same reason the try-on works. Constant tension, lighter weight, more time under load. You are never dropping the weight or throwing it up with momentum. Every single rep is controlled. Palms stay supinated, facing away from your body, throughout all 21 reps. Grip wide, elbows pinned, chest out, and resist the temptation to go heavy. I use 15 pounds for this exercise, and by the 17th rep, my arms are shaking. That is the point. You rest 90 seconds between sets and aim for 3 sets total. If you've been training for a while and want more stimulation, you can push to 9 sets total across your bicep workout, combining all 3 exercises. Exercise 3. Alternating cross-body hammer curl. This is my favorite of the 3 for the simple reason that it targets the outer portion of the bicep, the part that creates the peak and the width that makes arms look developed, while also being the easiest on the joints of any bicep exercise I've ever done. The hammer grip means your palms face each other throughout the movement, as though you're holding a hammer. You curl one arm across your body to the opposite shoulder, squeeze at the top, and lower under full control before switching sides. 8 to 12 reps per arm. The across-the-body path is what makes this so effective. It shifts the angle of the contraction and recruits the muscle differently than a standard curl. And because the hammer grip reduces the rotational stress on the elbow joint, men who can't do standard curls without pain often find this variation completely comfortable. The most important technical point with this exercise is the lowering phase. I see men drop the weight after every rep, and that is where half the benefit is lost. The lowering is where the eccentric contraction happens, and eccentric work is some of the most powerful stimulus for muscle growth available to us. Lower slowly. Count to 2 or 3 on the way down. Feel the stretch at the bottom. Then curl across and squeeze at the top. That combination of controlled lowering and deliberate contraction is what separates men who build arms from men who just go through the motions. Here is what I want you to take away from this. Building stronger, bigger biceps at 68 is not only possible, it's more achievable now than it was when I was trying to muscle through heavy barbell curls with gritted teeth and aching joints. The 3 exercises I've shared, close grip try-on curls, wide grip 21s, and cross-body hammer curls, work with your body instead of against it. They protect your joints, maximize time under tension, and deliver a training stimulus that actually reaches the muscle instead of just stressing the connective tissue. I spent years feeling like my arms were getting weaker and there was nothing I could do about it. These 3 exercises proved me wrong. Start with lighter weight than you think you need. Focus on the quality of every rep, and stay consistent. The arms you want at 68 are absolutely within reach. If this video helped you see that, make sure to subscribe for more strategies that actually work for men our age. I'm William Harrison. Thanks for watching.